Hare Krishna, welcome everyone. Let's start the Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnanatimira Andhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadate Shva Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscham Shri Rupam Shagrajatam Shahagana Raghunathan Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च नम ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we are in the beginning of the most auspicious month of Kartik, and today we will discuss about this Kartik month or Damodar month, and how can we observe this month. So we will discuss on that. Just give me a moment. Okay, so right, yeah. So what is the specialty of this Damodar month or Kartik month? So basically, this is the last month of the Vaishnav calendar, just like we have English months, January, February, March, April. Similarly, the Vaishnav calendar has different months, and these months are named after the names of Lord Vishnu. The first month is Keshava, then Narayana, then Madhava, Govinda. The Vaishnavas applied 12 tilaks all over the body, and during this wearing these 12 tilaks, they chant certain mantras like Om Keshavaya Nama, Om Narayana Nama, Om Madhavaya Nama. And these deities, different Vishnu Murtis, they are presiding deities of these months. So the last month of the Vaishnav calendar is Damodar month, and that month is started already. I think it started from yesterday, 17th October. So why this is so special? Because just like in Bengal and in other places also, we have Bengali months, and the last month of Bengal is Chaitra, and during that month there is a sale in all the different shops. So because this is the last month, people give sales, they give discounts, offers. In less price you can buy more stuff. So similarly, just like that, the Supreme Lord is also giving some discount in this Damodar month. If we do any spiritual activity in Damodar month, it has like 1,000 times more benefit than doing it in some other month. So therefore, this Damodar month is very, very special. And Srimati Radharani is in charge of this month. And whoever does devotional service, Srimati Radharani like multiplies that and presents it to Krishna. So that's the benefit we get. So therefore, we have to be very, very enthusiastic in this Damodar month. The more spiritual activity we can do, it is more better. And we have some backlogs in our devotional service. We all have some, because Prahlad Maharaj says that from the age of 5, we should do devotional service. Kaumaram acharet pragyo dharman bhagavataniha durlabham manusham neham tadapyadruvam arthadam. So from the age of 5, we should do this chanting, hearing, reading, and different forms of devotional service. This is one kind of backlog. Some of us may have taken Krishna consciousness in later ages, not from the age of 5. Some have taken in 20s, 30s, 40s, even 50s. In old age also, some people came to Krishna consciousness. So we have a lot of backlogs. This is the month to clear all our backlogs. If we chant 1 round, it is equivalent to chanting 1,000 rounds. So we can clear all the backlogs. Every day you can count from the age of 5, you should chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And the prescribed number of rounds is 16 rounds. So we can calculate how much backlog we have. And we also have backlog from the previous lifetimes. In previous lifetimes, maybe we are devotee in this very lifetime. And maybe in the previous lifetime, I was not a devotee. So then we have those backlogs. Till the time we came to this material world, since then we have this backlog. So we can clear those backlogs in this month. And this Damodar month is very, very special for Vaishnavas. The Vaishnavas eagerly wait for this month. So when Damodar month ends, Vaishnavas are very, very morose, and they again wait for another year. Then Damodar month will come. Many devotees have come to Krishna consciousness in this Damodar month. And the very special activity, we will discuss what activities we should perform in this Damodar month. But one of the most important activity in this month is offering this ghee lamp to Lord Damodar. Okay. So Damodar is none other than Krishna. Damodar is one form of Krishna. And which form? Damodar is the Bal Roop of Krishna, the child Krishna. And in this child form, Mother Yashoda binds Lord Krishna because of some mischief. And that is Damodar Leela. Dam means rope and Udar means belly. So Damodar is that form of Krishna in which form the dam or the rope is there in the belly. The belly is tied with the rope. And this rope is very, very significant. We will discuss. Tomorrow we will discuss about the details of Damodar Leela and different teachings we get from Damodar Leela. Today we will discuss the significance of Damodar month, and also we will discuss the Damodarastakam and how we should observe this month. So Damodar means that form of the Lord who is bound by the ropes in the belly. And this rope is very special because binding the Supreme Lord is not an easy task. But the rope represents the pure condensed love of a devotee. In this case, devotee is Mother Yashoda. Although the Supreme Lord is having parents like Nanda, Yashoda, and Devaki, Vasudev, they are also devotees of the Lord. Because Krishna is Parama Ishvara. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. Anadiradir Govindam Sarva Karana Karanam. So Krishna is the Adi of everything. Krishna is the cause of all causes. Krishna cannot come from someone. Then that person will become God. Because Krishna is God, he is the source of everything. Right? So still when Krishna comes in this world, he accepts parents. And he accepts friends and girlfriends like that. So all of these, they are devotees of Krishna who are like participating in the pastime performed by Krishna. So these are all devotees, and Jashodama is also a devotee. And Jashodama is the best devotee in Vatsalya Rasa. So there are different rasas we have learned, right? From the Science of Self-Realization seminar, we have learned that there are 5 prominent rasas and also there are 7 secondary rasas. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also, Rupa Goswami explains this. So 5 primary rasas are Santya, Dasya, Shakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. Santya means the rasa of neutrality. In this rasa, a devotee is not doing any direct service to the Lord. Then comes Dasya rasa. The devotee is serving as a servant, just like Hanuman served Supreme Lord Ramachandra. Then comes Sakya rasa. The friends of Krishna is having Sakya rasa with Krishna. They consider Krishna to be their equal. They say that Tumi kono bada lok, tumi ami shom. In Chaitanya Charitamrita says that the friends of Krishna consider Krishna to be their equal. They do not treat Krishna as some god. Krishna's friends say that Krishna, you are not actually very special. You have killed so many demons we have seen, but still, this is because your father Nanda Maharaj worships some Saligram Shila. And whenever you are in danger, Vishnu comes and enters your body, and through your body, Vishnu performs different uh, activities. And therefore, we see that you are killing demons. Actually, you are not special. So, this is how Krishna's friends treat Krishna. And they do not consider Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. So, in neutrality or Santarasa, there is very less interaction with the Supreme Lord. In Dasyarasa, a little more interaction. In Sakyarasa, the intimacy is more. And then comes Vatsalya Rasa, Krishna's relationship with his Jashodama or Nanda Maharaj, his parents, or the Vatsalya gopis or other motherly gopis of Vrindavan, they also see Krishna as their child. So this is called Vatsalya Rasa. And then comes the Shringara Rasa or Madhurya Rasa. And Srimati Radharani is the topmost devotee in Madhurya Rasa. And among all these different rasas, Madhurya is also considered topmost because in Madhurya, all the other rasas are combined, are included in Madhurya Rasa. So anyway, this Damodar Lila is a pastime Krishna performed with Mother Yashoda in the Vatsalya Rasa. Okay, and Mother Yashoda wines Krishna, and there are so many lessons we will see tomorrow. So this is the Leela which was performed in this Damodar month. And because this is a very prominent Leela, therefore this month is named as Damodar month. Okay. So this is very, very special, and devotees should be very, very enthusiastic to receive the blessings of Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani becomes extremely pleased when one is observing this Damodar Brata very carefully. And this is the opportunity for all of us to increase the level of our devotional service. Based on the Sukriti of our previous life, we may have some taste in Krishna consciousness. You see, we have given different logics in different scientific seminars. We have logic from the science, we have logic from the scriptures, we have logic from the common sense. Still, it is very difficult to convince modern people that this Krishna consciousness is the best way of life. You should lead your life according to the principles of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. It is very difficult. Why? Because Maya is very strong and people do not want to give up sense gratification. Although by doing sense gratification, they will not become happy, but it is very difficult to convince them this fact that the true happiness can be achieved by only Krishna consciousness. So therefore, being a devotee is very rare. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit jatati siddhaye jatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam vetti tatvata. So among 1,000 different people, one becomes interested in spiritual life. Among 1,000 such people, one can become perfect. And among such perfected beings, thousands of such perfected beings, one may know Krishna as it is, as Krishna Bhakta. In Srimad Bhagavatam also it explains that Muktanam api siddhanam narayana parayana sudurlabha prashantatma kotishvapi mahamune. In millions of people, crores of people, it is very difficult to find a Krishna Bhakta. So having faith in this process of Krishna consciousness is very, very rare. And those devotees who are hearing this kind of narrations about the Supreme Lord and the glories of Damodar month, we are very, very special. We are very, very fortunate. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Brahmanda Brahmite Kono Bhagyavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. Millions of living entities are wandering through this universe. Sometimes they are going up in the Swargaloka, sometimes they are going down, sometimes they take birth as the insects, sometimes as reptiles, sometimes they are taking birth as demigods, sometimes they are becoming Brahma, sometimes they are becoming Asura. So throughout this universe, throughout the 14 planetary systems, all the different living entities, they are doing Brahman. They are traveling the entire universe. Sometimes upper planetary system, sometimes lower planetary system, sometimes earthly planetary systems. So Brahmanda Brahmita Kono Bhagyavan Jeev, some fortunate living entity, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. By the mercy of Guru and Krishna, this fortunate living entity gets Krishna Bhakti. Some Vaishnava comes and speaks about Krishna, therefore we know, and we receive the seed of devotional service. If we can put our faith into the words of that Vaishnava, then the seed of devotional service is planted within our heart. Some people are so unfortunate that they cannot place faith on the words of Vaishnavas. Why? Because it requires some amount of Sukriti. If you do not have Sukriti, your intelligence will be covered up by illusion and you cannot understand the importance of the spiritual life. Therefore, in the Mahaprasad prayers, devotees, they chant the Mahaprasad prayers before taking prasadam. It says, Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnave Swalpa Punyavatam Rajan Vishwasa Naiva Jayate. So, in this spiritual things, Mahaprasad of the Lord, Vaishnavas, Mahaprasade in the Govinde or the Supreme Lord, Nama Brahmani, and the name of the Supreme Lord, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and Vaishnave, the devotees. These are spiritual things, things that are connected to the Supreme Lord. And Swalpa Punyavatam Rajan Vishwasa Naiva Jayate. If you have less pious credit, less Sukriti, you cannot put your faith in these things. Okay. So according to our Sukriti, we have attained a certain level. And on that level, we are testing this devotional service. The same chanting, the same reading of Srimad Bhagavatam, the same reading of Bhagavad Gita, observing this Damodar month, we may derive a certain level of happiness from this, but a pure devotee will derive infinite happiness from this. And how this is different? This depends on our consciousness level. According to our consciousness level, we will be able to taste this Krishna consciousness. The Krishna consciousness is having infinite amount of bliss, but according to our level, we will be able to taste. So this Damodar month, observing the Damodar Brata every year is a very wonderful opportunity for us to level up. We suppose we're in level 3, we can go to level 4. And there are different stages of devotional service we have learned in the initial seminars. Ado Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nibritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Ashakti, Bhava Prem. So we can be elevated to the higher stages of bhakti if we observe this Damodar month very seriously. So we have to take this very seriously. And if you go to some congregation nearby, in the congregation of devotees, if you offer this ghee lamp to Damodar with chanting Damodarastakam, that is a very wonderful, pleasing experience. I still remember my experience when initially, when I was just becoming a devotee, that time in IIT Kharagpur, Radhesham Prabhu has this organized small centers of devotional, practicing devotional service, that is boys, Vedic Voices for Inspiration, Culture and Education. So I used to go from my hostel during this Damodar month to offer the ghee lamp, and the atmosphere was divine. It felt like I'm in Golok Vrindavan. I'm not in this world. So the experiences of this Damodar month is very, very strong, and it will help us to go forward in our devotional service. So Damodar month is very, very special. These 30 days are very, very special. So we have to be super enthusiastic in observing this month. Okay. So with that introduction, let us begin the explanation of Damodarastakam. This Damodarastakam is a prayer by Shattabrata Muni, and we should chant this prayer every day. Okay. Initially, we may not know the melody or something. So in YouTube, we will find all different melodies. In the beginning of the class also, we played one melody. So this is Damodarastakam. So what you can do, at least play this in mobile, and you can offer the ghee lamp to Damodar. And you can also repeat this Damodarastakam. If you repeat a few days, after a few days, it will be memorized. And memorizing this prayer is very, very important. This is a very wonderful prayer. We will discuss the meaning. So this was mentioned in Padma Puran and written by Shattabrata Muni, who is a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord. So Shattabrata Muni says, this is the first stanza of Damodarastakam. He says, Namamishwaram Satchidanandarupam Lashat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Jashodaviyolukaladhavamanam paramrishtamatyantato drutagopyam. So very beautifully, Shatabrata Muni will describe the entire Damodar Lila in this verse, and also he will offer some prayers to Lord Damodar. So therefore, this is a very interesting mixture of pastime and prayers. This is very important prayer. So Satyavrata Muni says, Namami Ishwaram. I bow down to that Supreme Lord Ishwara, who is Satchidananda Rupam. Krishna's body is not like us, made up of bones and fleshes. But Krishna's body is Satchidananda, made up of Satchid, eternity, bliss, and knowledge. Sat means eternal, Chit means knowledge, and Ananda means bliss. So I bow down to that Satchidananda Lord. Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajamanam. And Krishna is having this Kundala earrings. And when Krishna is Vrajamanam, means running in Brajamandal or Gokula, these earrings are swinging to and fro. And there is a exquisite beauty exhibited by this Bal Gopal form of Krishna. Jashodabhiyo Lukha Lad Dhavamanam Paramrishtam Atyantato Druta Gopya. So Ulukhadat means Krishna is running from the Ulukhad. Ulukhad means this wooden grinding mortar. So if you see here, this is called the Ulukhad. Krishna was climbing on top of this Ulukhad, and Krishna was scattering the butter made by Yashodama. So tomorrow when we will discuss this Damodar Lila, we will know what happened actually. So in brief, Mother Yashoda was preparing butter for Krishna, and there was the milk which was boiling inside the room, and Mother Yashoda went to attend that milk. That time, Mother Yashoda put down Krishna to attend the milk, and Krishna was very angry. And out of this anger, Krishna was destroying all the hard work of Mother Yashoda, breaking the butter pots and scattering the butters here and there, climbing on the top of this Udukhal. So therefore, Mother Yashoda wanted to teach Krishna a lesson, and therefore we see Mother Yashoda is chasing Krishna with a stick in hand. Okay, so Mother Yashoda is chasing Krishna, that Krishna who is Ulukhada Dhavamanam, who is running away from the wooden grinding mortar. Paramishta Matten Tato Druta Gopya. Mother Yashoda is trying to catch up the pace with Krishna, but due to the feminine bodily features, Mother Yashoda is not able to run that fast. But still, Mother Yashoda finally catches Krishna. Then what happens? Shattabrata Muni explains. रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रा युग्ममृजन्तं करम्बोजयुग्मेन शतङ्कनेत्रं मुहुश्वासकं पात्रिरेखङ्ककण्ठ स्थिताग्रैभं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम्. So Krishna is crying, Rudantam Muhur Netra Yugam Mrijantam. And Krishna is rubbing his eyes, and all the mascara is getting scattered away. So Krishna is fearful of Mother Yashoda and crying. Karambhoya Yugmena Satanka Netram. With his two hands, he is rubbing the eyes, and Satanka Netram. Netram is the eyes of Krishna, is having Sa Atanka. Atanka means Krishna is fearful of Mother Yashoda. That Mother Yashoda has caught me now. Now she will beat me. So Krishna is fearful. Muhushwasa kampa trirekhanka kantha sthita graibham damodaram bhaktivaddham. So Krishna is taking fast breath. Muhushwasa kampa trirekhanka kantha. And Krishna is shivering in fear. And Krishna's griva or the throat is having three rekhas or three lines, curved lines, and looking like a conch shell. Sthita graibham damodaram bhaktivaddham. So this Damodar form of the Lord is very, very beautiful. And I want my devotional service to flow towards this Lord Damodar. Now, in the third stanza, Shattavrata Muni describes Iti Drikshwalilabhirananda kunde Shvagosham nimajjantam akhyapayantam Tadiyeshitagneshu bhakterjitatvam पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृति वन्दे इति दृक् स्वलीलाभिर आनंद kunde. Iti drik, like this way, in this way, you perform so many beautiful pastimes. And swalilavir, with your own leelas, ananda kunde swaghosham nimajjantam. You immerse your devotees in ananda kunda, in the ocean of nectar. This is how by performing beautiful pastimes, you immerse your devotees in ananda kunda or ocean of nectar. Akhya payantam. And this is how you are known as Bhakta Vatsal or very expert in performing Leela. Tadiyeshi tagneshu bhaktirjitatvam puna prematas tam shatavriti vande. Tadiyeshi tagneshu bhaktirjitatvam. This is how you are known as the Lord who can be uh, won over by devotional service. So one can purchase the Supreme Lord by devotional service. So this is how Krishna is known. Krishna is famous for this. And Puna Prematastam Shatavriti Vande. Again, I offer my obeisances and I offer my prayers 100 times. So this is how Satyabhata Muni is praising the quality of Krishna of performing different beautiful pastimes and giving pleasure to the devotees. The fourth verse is a prayer to this Damodar form. Satyabhata Muni says, Varam deva moksham na moksha vadimva na chanyam vrineham vareshadapiha idam te vapurnath gopalavalam sada me manashavirastam kimanne. Varam deva moksham na moksha vadimva na chanyam vrineham vareshadapiha. So Satyabhata Muni says, Krishna, you are Varam Deva. You are expert in giving benedictions. But I do not want any benediction from you. Moksham va moksha vadim va nachanyam vrineham vareshadapiha. I do not want moksha or liberation. I do not want anything associated with this liberation. So then what is the object of my prayers? What do I want? Idam te vapurnath gopalavalam sada me manasya virastam kimanye. Idam te vapurnatha. This form of yours, like Bal Gopal, sada me manasi avirastam kimanye, should be manifested always in my mind or cheta, in my heart. I should be able to see this Bal Gopal form of yours performing different pastimes in my heart always. Give me this benediction. So this is how we can see how pure devotional service is there in this prayers. There is a prayer of pure devotional service. Pure devotional service means the devotee is not asking for any material benediction. Even spiritual benediction like moksha. Moksha means what? I will get rid of this world and all the different sufferings of this world I will not have to suffer. So moksha is also self-motivated, that I want moksha because I do not want to suffer in this world. But a pure devotee will never say that. Pure devotee will say, oh Lord, I do not want anything. Wherever you keep me, I want to stay. Dibiba bhubiba mamastu basho narakeva narakantaka prakamam avadhirita shadara vindo charanote maranepi chintayami. Kulashakar Maharaj is also another pure devotee. Says in Mukundamala Stotra, oh Lord, you can place me wherever you want. Dibiba bhubiba mamastu basho. In the earthly planetary system, in the heavenly planetary system, or narakeva, even you can place me in Narak, the hellish planetary systems. I do not have any objection. I am your servant. You can place me wherever you want. But I just want to remember your lotus feet and offer services to your lotus feet wherever I am. Give me that benediction that wherever I am, I can serve you. So this is the mood of a pure devotee. The fifth stanza, Satyabhata Muni says, Idam te mukham mojam atyanta nile vritam kuntale snigdha raktaischa gopya muhoschumbitam bimbarakta me manasya virastamalam lakshalavi. Idam te mukham bhujam, the face of yours, the lotus face of yours, like this. Atyanta nire, very beautiful and bluish, like a blue lotus. Abritam kuntale is covered by different hairs, the curly locks of hairs. Snigdha raktaischa gopya, muhoschumbitam bimba raktadharame, and it is having a reddish hue in the hairs. And Yashoda mother is kissing you again and again because of this beautiful face. So Krishna is so beautiful that even Jashodama cannot punish him. Actually, Jashodama wanted to punish Krishna, but when Jashodama saw that Krishna is fearful after seeing the stick in hand of me, Jashodama kept the stick aside. And Jashodama decided that I will not beat you by the stick, but I will bind you so that you cannot do mischief. So here we can see the stick is Jashodama kept it separate. So now Jashoda mother is attracted to the beauty of Krishna, and therefore she is kissing the face of Krishna again and again. Muhus chumbitam bimba rakta dharam, and Krishna's lips are like bimba fruit. There is a fruit very red in color, and Krishna's lips are compared to that fruit. Manasyavi rasta malam lakshalave. This is the only desire of my mind, to see this, to be able to see this beautiful form within my heart. What else my mind should desire? I do not have any other desire other than this. The sixth verse is also a beautiful prayer that we can offer. Namo Deva Damodarananta Vishnu Prasida Prabho Dukha Jalabdimagnam Kripa Drishti Brishteti Dinam Batanu Grihane Shamamagnyame Dakshidrisham. Namo Deva Damodar. I bow down to you, O Deva Damodar, O Ananta, O Infinite One, Infallible One, O Vishnu, Prashida Prabhu, please be pleased upon me, O Lord. Why? Because Dukkha Jalabdhi Magnam. Just look at my state. I am in the material ocean of suffering. Dukkha Jalabdhi Magnam. I am drowning in this ocean. Kripa Drishti Brishtayati. Please give me your Kripa Drishti or merciful glances. Deenam Batanu Grihane Shamamagyam Idhakshidisha. Unto this Dina or this fallen soul, please bestow your merciful glance and anugrahe by doing, do me a favor that you should be present before my eyes, manifest before my eyes. Mam agyam edhakshi drisha. Although I am an ignorant and conditioned living entity, out of your own mercy, you please become manifest before me and bestow your merciful glances on me, because I am in a precarious condition. So that is the prayer Satyavrata Muni is offering. The seventh stanza says, Kuberatmajao baddha murtaivayadvat Tvaya mochitau bhakti bhajau kritau cha Tatha prema bhaktim shwakam me prayacha Damokshe graho me sti damodareha. So this is another pastime that happened after this Damodar Lila. So after Mother Yashoda bound Krishna with that wooden grinding mortar, Krishna was crawling with that wooden grinding mortar, being bound by that wooden grinding mortar, and then Krishna tried to Krishna was roaming in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, and there was two Jamal Arjuna Vriksha, or two twin Arjuna trees. Okay, and Krishna wanted to enter into the passage between the trees, and Krishna, when tried to do that, this wooden grinding mortar got stuck, and eventually when Krishna pushed a little bit more, these two trees, the great trees, the Arjuna trees, they were uprooted, and there was a huge sound, and everyone was very concerned about Krishna's safety. And then everyone found that Krishna is okay. And now from these two trees, two personalities came out, Nalkuvera and Manigrib. And they are actually sons of Kubera. Kubera is the treasurer of the demigods. Kuber is also a demigod, and he is given the department of treasury. So once this Nalkuvera and Manigrib, they were doing Jalakeli, or they were wading in the water, naked with some women in the heavenly planetary systems. And Narada Muni was passing by, and they were intoxicated. They did not notice Narada Muni is coming. So Narada Muni saw that these two fellows, they are so shameless that they are naked in front of a sadhu and enjoying with women. So Narada Muni cursed that you are naked, so you should become trees. Trees are naked. So then they pleaded to Narada Muni, and finally Narada Muni told that, okay, I have given you the curse to become trees, but I will give you a benediction also, that you will become trees in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, and the Supreme Lord Krishna will save you, will liberate you. So this is the moment after, just after the Damodar Leela, Krishna liberated these two sons of Kubera, Nal Kubera and Manigrib. So now, after liberating this two personalities, Nal Kubera and Manigrib, they offered their prayers to the Supreme Lord, and the Supreme Lord gave the benediction of pure devotional service to these two personalities. Now, Shatavrata Muni is praying that Kubera Atmaja Baddha Murtai Yadvat, two sons of Kubera, they were stuck in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj like trees. Tvaya mochito, and they became liberated by your mercy. And they are not only liberated, but bhakti bhajao kritaucha. They are also engaged in your devotional service. Tatha prema bhaktim swakam me prayacha. That kind of pure devotional service I want from you. Na mokshe agraho mesti damodareha. I am not interested in moksha. That kind of pure devotional service I want. So this is also shows that how Satyavrata Muni is only interested in pure devotional service. And this is the last stanza of this Damodarastakam. Although this is a pastime in Vatsalya Leela, still in this stanza Radharani comes, because you cannot separate Radharani in any of the Leelas of Krishna. Even if Radharani is not directly involved, still Radharani is there in the hearts of Krishna, in the heart of Krishna. And also Radharani also has her own Damodar Leela. Like Radharani also bound Krishna once with the ropes. So that is a different pastime. And Radharani is always binding Krishna with the ropes of her love. So we cannot separate Radharani from Krishna at any moment. They are inseparable. So therefore, Satyavrata Muni is offering prayers to Radharani also in this verse. And he prayers offer to everything associated with this pastime. Namastestu damne spuradipti dhamne tadiyodaraya tha vishwasya dhamne namo radhikayai tvadiya priyayai namo nantalilaya devaya tubhyam. Namastestu damne spuradipti dhamne. I offer my respectful obeisances to that dham or rope, which that rope which bound the Supreme Lord, because that rope is the condensed form of love. Tadiya udarayatha, and I also offer my respectful obeisances to the udara or the belly of the Supreme Lord. That udara is the Vishwasya Dhamne, is the shelter of the entire universe. Because Krishna showed Mother Yashoda that the entire universe is there within the stomach of Krishna. That is another Leela. And Namo Radhikayai Tvadiya Priyayai. I also offer my obeisances to Srimati Radharani, who is very dear to you. And Namo Ananta Leelaya Devaya Tubhyam. I offer my obeisances to all infinite pastimes you perform. So this is how Satyavrata Muni is concluding the prayer by offering obeisances to different aspects of the Supreme Lord. Okay. So this is the meaning of Damodar Astakam. And regularly we should, in this Damodar month especially, we should recite this Damodar Astakam, and we should offer ghee lamp. This is a very unique activity devotees do in this month. And only by offering that deep or ghee lamp with this Damodar Astakam, one can be freed from the sinful activities of millions of lifetimes. So many scriptures that glorify the deep dan procedure during this Damodar month. Okay. So in summary, how we should observe this month. So let's make a list. How can you observe this month of Damodar? So in spiritual activities, there are so many things, but the most prominent activities are chanting, reading, and hearing. So we should be taking some vows They are called Damodar vows for this chanting, reading, and hearing. Okay. So in chanting, we should chant some extra rounds. Suppose you are chanting 16 rounds, you can chant 4 extra rounds, 20 rounds, or maybe some people chant 32 rounds, 16 extra rounds they chant daily. Chant some extra rounds daily. So according to your capacity, you can take some vows for chanting. And for reading also, we can take some vows, like completing some Srila Prabhupada books. You can take a vow to complete, take a goal. In this Damodar month, I will do this. This is like a spiritual marathon. In this 1 month, I will increase my spiritual sadhana and I will complete something. Some people complete Bhagavad Gita, some Srimad Bhagavatam, some canto. Suppose you have not completed canto 1, you can complete them. Or Srila Prabhupada's small books, like On the Way to Krishna, Matchless Gift, Beyond Birth and Death, like that. So small books you can complete each of the books in 1 week. So this month is around 4 weeks. So 4 small books you can take a goal, or you can take goals of completing Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, or Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And there are other books like Ishopanishad, Nectar of Instruction. So you can take different vows according to your capacity. Hearing also we should do. You can take hearing from the syllabus. So now we are having this Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita playlist. So you may have missed some of the classes. So you can take a vow to complete the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam playlist. And we are discussing the Srimad Bhagavatam canto wise. And after we complete one canto, we are having the summary. So we are currently in the ninth canto. All the 8 cantos are already summarized. So you can take a look at them. And most importantly, you need to take notes while hearing. Otherwise, as a Kali Yuga soul, we will forget and that will become useless. So we have to hear from the syllabus. Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam we have covered. We will cover so many things in the future as well. And also, there are different prayers from Srimad Bhagavatam. We can hear about the explanation of those prayers. And there are other devotees like His Grace Radhesham Prabhu, His Grace Amarendra Prabhu. And Amarendra Prabhu is having a wonderful Damodar Katha series. So we can hear to that. So something we should hear very systematically in this month and complete. That's the point. So this is about chanting, reading, and hearing. And we should have a very strong morning program. So in morning, we should be able to chant with devotees. And then we do the Bhagavatam class and offer Mangalarti. The whole program Srila Prabhupada gave, we should be strictly following that. Siksastakam, reading the 10 offenses up to the holy name, offering Mangalarti, Bhagavatam class, chanting, like that. All this is part of the morning program. We should have a very strong morning program in this month. So that's about morning program, reading, hearing, chanting. What else? Yes, and the most important activity is Damodarastakam in the evening. Damodarastakam plus lamp offering in the evening. Some days you should go to the temple. In temple, the atmosphere will be very, very ecstatic. Every day, maybe it's not possible to visit temple, so you can do in your home. And you should be, you should have this picture as a lamination. If you do not have, just print the picture and you can frame it and keep it in your altar. And this is the form of Lord Damodar. And you should offer the ghee lamp to this form of the Supreme Lord. So Damodarastakam and lamp offering, it's a very important activity. If possible, you can do some dham yatra in this month with devotees. If you are in India, then so many different dhams are available. In US also, Srila Prabhupada has established different dhams. Like Los Angeles is known as New Dwarka. Similarly, we have different places like New Brindavan, New Seva Kunj, like that. Chicago is New Seva Kunj, I think. So visiting that temple is itself a dham yatra. Okay. So you can do that. And if you are in India, you can visit the dham. If you can participate in some outreach program, that will be exciting. It's a very important month for outreach, because this Damodarastakam and lamp offering is a very powerful technique. And some people, they generally get attracted to the Damodarastakam Kirtan, and they come along and offer diyas, but they are not devotees. They do not know anything about devotional service. Just they are attracted to this kirtan and this lamp offering process, and they do lamp offering. And by that, they get immense amount of sukriti, and their bhakti started. So if some devotee is organizing some Damodar program, you should try to help them in setting up the program. So this is how you help in preaching in Damodar month. Okay. So there are so many list of activities we can do in this month. Now, according to your situation, you have to decide what activities I want to do, what goal I want to set. But obviously, you should do something more than usual in this month. You should not do the regular activities. You should put some more effort in the spiritual sadhana. You should take some more goals in this month. Okay. Some people do Bhishma Panchak Vrata in the last 5 days of this Damodar month. So this is for advanced devotees. If you're interested, you let me know. I will tell you the procedure for Bhishma Panchak. You can also search in YouTube. You will get that. Yes. And finally, some personal austerity you should take up. Personal austerity means there can be many forms of personal austerity. Like some people do not eat sweet. One of your favorite items you have to sacrifice for the pleasure of Krishna. After this 1 month, you can resume that. Okay. So some people sacrifice sweet, and some people stay away from mobile phones, because mobile has become very favorite to all of us now. So some people sleep on floor. So different things are there. So according to your, which one is difficult for you to stay away from. You can select some of these activities and sacrifice that activity for the pleasure of Krishna. So this will please Krishna. This is called devotional austerity. Austerity means that purposefully taking some inconvenience for higher purpose. What is the purpose of austerity? That we have done so many different karma, and we are going to get the result of those karmas in some point of our life. But if we do austerity means spontaneously punishing ourselves, little bit of punishment. Like if I take a vow that I will not eat sweet, that's also a punishment, but not a very severe punishment. But I am trying to do this to please Krishna. I'm trying to take up some austerity to please Krishna. So when we do an austerity and we want to please Krishna by that austerity, that small punishment will remove a lot of your dangerous karmas. That's the science of austerity. Austerity means punishing yourself. But if you do that austerity for Krishna, with a little punishment, you can get away. I think someone is not muted. Okay. So this is the science of austerity. Austerity is therefore very important to progress in our spiritual life. Like following this 4 regularity principle is also an austerity. Staying away from the non-vegetarian things, staying away from intoxication and illicit sex and gambling. This is also an austerity. This is called devotional austerity. And our mind is also restless. So chanting is also an austerity for us. So by doing these austerities, we progress in spiritual life. And after some time, we are able to release these activities. In initial days, we have to force ourselves. Our mind is like a child. It does not know what is good for it. So therefore, like parents, we have to chastise the mind that although you do not like, you have to do chanting. Although you do not like, you have to read Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. We should allot some time in our schedule exclusively for Krishna. Suppose you have allotted 1 hour in the morning, I will do chanting, and 1 hour in the evening, I will read scriptures. And we should be very, very strict about it. Then you are respecting the human form of life. Otherwise, Krishna will say, I have given the human form, but this fellow is not respecting the human form. Human form is for God realization. this fellow has only done material activities and given priority to material activities. So we all will have these studies and jobs. This material engagement will never cease to exist. But we have to be very, very serious about our spiritual sadhana. We should allot some time in our daily schedule, and we should be very, very strict about that. Morning this time to this time only for Krishna, evening this time to this time only for Krishna. Rest of the day is yours. In our human form of life, if we cannot systematically give at least 1 or 2 hours for Krishna, then what is the use? Then we will become like a dog or a hog in the next life, because we are not doing the activities of human. Okay. So this human form is very, very precious, and we should respect that human form. This is the greatest gift given by the Supreme Lord. And this month gives us an opportunity to exercise the human form of life. A dog cannot do, even if it is Damodar month, a dog cannot do anything very special. But as human beings, we can take advantage of this Damodar month because we have got this human form of life. So please, please make a schedule and be strict to it. We are not, Krishna is not telling Arjuna that you leave everything and always you do bhajan. Krishna was encouraging Arjuna that you should fight, do your Kshatriya duty. So some of us are student, we have to study, allot 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever time you require, you allot that time, but you should also allot some time for Krishna, at least 1-2 hours for chanting, reading, and hearing. These things are very, very important. And in this Damodar month, we have to allot 15 minutes more time for this Damodarastakam. Okay. And you can consult senior devotees regarding how to manage time. So I can also help as per my capacity. I will try to help you as much as I can. But please, please make this habit. Otherwise, this precious human life will be lost. And then we will experience great danger. Then we will do, we cannot do anything, because after we die, we cannot reverse it. Okay, there is no time machine. So now we have to utilize the time properly. Otherwise, we have to lament later. So thank you very much. Today we discussed the significance of Damodar month, the Damodarastakam prayers, and what activities we can do in this Damodar month. Tomorrow we will discuss the Damodar Lila in detail, and we will also derive so many important teachings the Supreme Lord is giving through the Damodar Lila. Okay. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any questions regarding what we discussed today? Regarding Damodar month or what you should do? Yes, is it Kaushiki?
হরে কৃষ্ণ প্রভু।
Hare Krishna.
হ্যাঁ প্রভু, আমি বলছিলাম যে আমার অ্যাকচুয়ালি প্রবলেম হচ্ছে একটা জিনিস, আমি 4টের সময় উঠে স্নান করছি, তো প্রভু ঠান্ডা জলে স্নান করছি, তো ঠান্ডা লেগে যাচ্ছে। তো প্রভু গরম জলে কি স্নান করতে পারি দামোদর মান্থে?
হ্যাঁ, নিশ্চয়ই, আমাকে শরীর ঠিক রাখতে হবে আগে।
কি তোমার যদি কোনো
Oh yes, Kaushik is also having a question. Yes.
So what is the meaning of Ashtakam?
Ashtakam means 8 verses. There are Ashtakams, and there is a Dasakam, like Govardhana Vasa Prarthana Dasakam, composed by Raghunath Das Goswami, 10 verses. And here we have Ashtakam. So we have so many different Ashtakams in our list of Vaishnava songs, like Satyashuta, Vrajaraj Sutta Ashtakam, this Damodarastakam, Jagannath Ashtakam, like that. So 8 verses. And sometimes you may see another additional verse, 9th verse in Ashtakam, which is the Falashruti, not part of the Ashtakam, but additional verse Falashruti.
Okay, Prabhu.
Any more questions? Okay, sounds good. So tomorrow again we will meet the same time. We have that Bhagavad Gita class, but this week we will discuss about Damodar Lila. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.